Okay, ladies and gentlemen, protractors. Okay, we will use protractors to measure angles. How many of you guys have used a protractor on Alex? Good, good. All right. So now you're actually gonna use one in your hand, which is perfect. Now I believe you guys have been exposed to angles before. We'll see. All right. Okay, a right angle. Does anybody know what a right angle measures? Kimberly? 90 degrees. Good. Does anybody know what a right angle 90 degrees looks like? An L. Good. I like how you guys did that with your hands. Good. Good. So, since we have graph paper, we can use the lines on our graph paper to draw a 90-degree angle. Sometimes it faces this way, right? And sometimes it faces the other way. I'm just doing a rough little sketch. Now, does anybody know what symbol is used to identify it's a right angle? Jose? Good. A little square right there, right? All right. That's the universal symbol for 90 degrees, that little square. Cool. Okay, the next angle is called an obtuse angle. Does anybody know what an obtuse angle measures? Not 180. Over 90, but less than 180. Because 180 has its own name. So it has to be bigger than 90. So 91 degrees all the way to 179 degrees. Does anybody know what an obtuse angle looks like? Has to be big. It has to be, basically this is your 90, right? And it has to be bigger. So yeah, use those muscles. Flex. All right. So let's start off with the straight line. You know, if I go straight up, it's 90, right? So I'm going to make it just a little bit wider. That's obtuse. Leo, can you give it to Alondra to keep for me? Alondra, just keep it on your desk. Put it on Natalie's desk. Okay? It just has to be bigger than 90, but less than 180. Got it? So obtuse are between 91 and 179. So bigger than 90. So it's open more than 90, but less than 180. Next one is called acute angle. So smaller than 90. So between 1 degree and 89. Good. So we're going to start off with drawing a line. And if I go straight up, it's 90, right? But acute is smaller than 90. So like, yeah, like the alligator. Okay? Do you guys see the difference between acute and obtuse? Yeah? It's very important that you're able to recognize them by sight. If I show you an angle, you're like, oh, that's acute. So for example, if I draw one, acute, you can only say it's right if it has that. Okay? Because I can go, that's not right because that's 79 degrees or 89 degrees, right? Only if it has that. So this one's obtuse, That one's acute. That one's acute because I said it was 89 degrees. And that one's right. Okay? Cool. One last one that I want to go over with you. Not three straight. Straight line. Yep. 180 degrees. 180 degrees looks like a... What does 360 look like? A circle. So when you guys are skateboarding or you're on your bike and you do a 180, that means if I'm facing this way and I do a 180, I'm now facing that way. That's 180 degrees. If you do a 360, you go all the way around. You do 360 degrees. So you guys are out there skateboarding, you're like, oh, I'm so cool, I'm not doing that. But when you guys say, oh, I just did a 360 or 180, you're actually talking about angles. That's right, angles in skateboarding. All right. Okay, so I just handed to you a protractor. First things first, you got to make sure it's facing the right way. How do you know it's facing the right way? Well, you got to be able to read this. You should be able to read school smart. You got to be smart and make sure it's facing the right way. That's the first thing. Okay. Couple things I want to point out to you. Please follow along. See down here, these are your inches of the bottom. These are your centimeters, in case I need you to measure something. You see right here where it says 2 inches? Do you see this T right here? Okay? The T is very important. I'm always going to refer to it as the T. So make sure you understand when I say T, I mean this point right there. We're going to be using it every single time we measure angles and draw angles. Now, do you see how there's a 0 here? And then the numbers go up? Now, do you see there's 2 sets of numbers? I call them the outside numbers and the inside numbers. Same thing on the other side. See how it starts with 10, 20, 30 on the inside, but on the outside it's 170, 160. 90 is right on top. Do you guys see the little line? You see the little line that's a little bit longer than the other line? What do you think that is? The 5. So it goes up by tens, right? So there's like 9 little lines to 10. But the little longer line is 5. So it's easier for you to count, right? So you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go, no, 5, and then one more is 6, right? So you guys see that? This is just a little trick. Okay. Sometimes we're going to use the outside numbers, and sometimes we're going to use the inside numbers. It depends on which side we start with. If we start on this side, I'm using the outside numbers, because when you start to count, do you count 10, 20, 30, or do you count 170, 160, 150? How would you count from 0? 0, 10, 20, 30, right? So if I'm on this side, it's not normal for me to count 170, 160, right? If I'm on this side, I start on this side, again, I'm going to start with 10, 20, 30 instead of 170, 160, right? So because the number one thing kids get confused is like, oh my gosh, which side do I use? Do I use the inside or do I use the outside numbers? Well, ask yourself, what makes sense? Okay, inside or outside? All right, here's how you start. You always start with a straight line. So I would like you to draw me about a 2-inch line. Draw me a 2-inch line right there. Draw me a dot at the end on the right side. So draw me a dot at the end, just like that. About a 2-inch line, and then a dot on the right side. Everybody good? Okay, we're going to draw a 40-degree angle. Now here's what we do. Make sure you can read school smart. The dot needs to go on the T. The dot needs to go on the T. So over there where the 2 is, see, you're going to lay it on the T. Now the 0, that line should be on the 0. Are we good? So put your protractor, the dot is on the 2, and it's lined up to the 0. If you're off like that, you see how the 0 is not on the line? Your measurement's going to be off. This is something precise. So move it up. All right, we're good? Now, so here's the line. So I'm going to start on this side. Notice there's nothing on this side, so I'm not going to start on this side. I'm going to start with the line. So I'm going to start on the left side. Outside or inside numbers? Outside, right? I'm going to go to 40 degrees. 10, 20, 30, 40. There's 40 degrees. I'm going to draw a dot on top of the 40 degrees. I'm going to draw a dot on top of the 40 degrees. We're okay? So wherever 40 degrees is, I'm going to put a dot right there. We're okay? All right, pick up your protractor. Now you're going to use it as a ruler, and you're going to connect. Wherever you put the dot, connect it to the dot. Does it look acute? So that means you use the right set of angles. You can go back and measure it again. Did I do it correctly? Does it line up to 40 degrees? Does the line go through the 40 degrees? Yes. So this is acute. Easy? Hey, we can stay after school for an hour and I can go over this with you. It's alright. Alright. Let's do another one. Draw another line. About 2 inches. Draw a dot on the right side. Just like that. We're going to do 130 degrees. So, make sure you read School Smart. Put the dot on the T. Put the dot on the T. Make sure your line measures up to the 0. Dot on the T. And then, inside or outside numbers? Well, look. Outside numbers. All the way to 130. There's 130. I'm going to put a dot on 130. Wherever 130 is, I'm going to put a dot. Now, is 130 acute or obtuse? Obtuse. So it should be bigger than 90, right? So if you start drawing an angle that's less than 90, that should be like, oh, I used the wrong numbers. So now you're going to connect dot to dot. Does that look like more than 90 degrees? Yes, because this is called an obtuse angle. So far, so good? Okay. It's pretty easy, huh? Let's do another one. But this one, I want you to put the dot on the left. Now we're going to put the dot on the left. Let's see what changes if I put the dot on the left. With the dot on the left, something does change. We're going to do a 70-degree angle. All right. Now I'm going to put the dot on the T, right? Oh, now where does your line line up? Does it line up by the 0 or the 4? The 4, right? So now we're looking at the other set of numbers. Am I going to use the inside or the outside? Now I'm going to use the inside. Do you guys see how the line's on the other side? Inside numbers all the way to 70 degrees. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Right there. Should it be more than or less than 90? Less than. So this should be an acute angle. Does it look like it's less than 90 degrees? Yes. Yeah, so if the dot's on the left, you're going to use the inside. Exactly. If the dot's on the right, you use the outside.